Hey, Colabcoaching yet again to share some wise words of wisdom for the week. Brand new topic. Brand new topic. So excited to get into this topic because it's something really simple, but I've seen a lot of people talk about it lately. So let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. And that is acceptance versus regret. Acceptance and regret. Acceptance versus regret. Whatever you want to call it. It's the polar opposites of each other. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because a lot of people have decisions. A lot of people make decisions. I'm a big advocate about decision making and making the right decisions. But a lot of people, after they make that decision, tend to have regrets or acceptance. But I want you to figure out why you're feeling as if you have regrets over certain things and why you accept certain things. Not to say they're good or bad, it just depends on you. So let's get into this topic and let's get started. Now, when it comes to decision making is very powerful because you're able to propel your life into a certain direction based on what you make, what decision you make. Sometimes the decisions that you make may not be the best. Sometimes the decision that you make may be the best, but it all depends on what you're looking for as far as progression in your life. Now, a lot of times when we come to decision making, we tend to have a lot of things that are centered around it. Of course, people tell you ideas, people giving you instructions, people persuading you, manipulating you, and people outright providing you something that you have not explored before. Now, when it comes to regret, the reason why people have regret, basically, what regret is basically having second thoughts about the decisions that they make. Is that maybe they didn't make the initial decision wholeheartedly. Maybe they jumped to conclusions. Maybe they rushed. Maybe they decided that, let me just do this now and I'll suffer the consequences later. A lot of times when it comes to that regret, we can't go back. The reality is that once you make a decision, it's either you are going to experience the positives of it or the negatives of it, or vice versa. A lot of times you think that you are just jumping into something and then that's it. A lot of times when you jump into something and make a decision that, oh, well, it is what it is. No, there's so much power in decisions. There's so much power in deciding what you want for yourself. And a lot of people do not value that. They don't value it because then they go back and say, oh, I should have did this better. I should have moved this way better. And granted, I'm not saying that every single decision you make needs to take 2 hours or 5 days or a month to decide. But there are times and places where times and situations where you need to make those decisions in a delayed effort. Not to say that you're going to delay whatever you want in your life, but it does take time to make the right decision based on what you want and also weighing the cost of that decision. Everything has a price, right? So if you are going throughout your life and you're actually making decisions to benefit yourself, shouldn't you take more time to actually decide on if this decision is going to help you in the long run or is going to hurt you? 9 times out of 10, a lot of people don't. A lot of people will just jump to a decision. Oh man, I wish I would have did this better. Oh man, back in my day, if I had more time, or the old, the very similar verbiage, but we hear this all the time is that I wish I would have, I wish I would have, maybe I should have, maybe all these different things that people say that we do not have to say if you just make a right decision. Now, when you come to decisions, the most important thing that happens is what happens afterwards. After you make those decisions, what happens afterwards? A lot of people are not able to accept what happens after you make a decision. You may think that you made the best possible decision for yourself, but then you look at somebody else that decided to make a decision that's different than yours, and they're maybe excelling at something or they're moving forward in a certain pace that you wanted, and now you're like, oh, I wish I would have did this better. I wish I would have. But you made the decision, accept it, and now move forward. A lot of times, and this is the heart of this conversation, is that when regret comes in, what do you do about that? Are you taking so much time dwelling on the regret? Are you taking so much time fixating on decisions that you could have made better? Are you taking so much time wishing and hoping and praying and believing that if time was different, if the The past, you can go back in the past and, you would have done this and done that. But in reality, it's already happened. So what are we doing now? What you need to do now is accept. You have to accept whatever decisions and the repercussions of those decisions going forward. And you have to realize that, what am I going to do now? I made the decisions in the past. It's now my turn to not only move forward, but stop dwelling on what those decisions were. You learn from them, you grow from them, and you accept them. Then you're able to make better decisions going forward. And I'm not here to tell you that, oh, I'm the know all be all person that makes no errors in my decision making skills, and I have completely no regrets on everything. I've come to accept whatever happened in the past. That way I don't have regrets. But of course, you have to course correct and realize that there are some things you could do better. That's why you move forward and you make sure you do better going forward. But if you're sitting here watching this video and you are literally thinking about, I should have did this in my relationship better. I should have changed what I was gonna do. I should have did this. I should have did that. I wish. Then you're just wasting time. You're wasting time, and you're dwelling so much time. You're wasting so much time and dwelling so much in those decisions that you could be using for something that's better for you. I could keep going on and on, but I'll stop here. Again, I want you to realize that when you make a decision, you have to accept it. And if you don't accept it, you'll just be full of regrets. But the regrets are going to consume you and take over your life. And you don't want that. You want the best for yourself. That's why it's better for you to accept whatever decisions you're making. But if you're struggling with that, I'm here to help. So, to make this as simple as possible, are you accepting or regretting the decisions that you make? If you accept them, no matter the repercussions, positive or negatives, you are able to learn, grow, and mature so that you make better decisions going forward. But if you see yourself, no matter how much time you take, maybe a week, a day, an hour, regretting the decisions that you make and dwelling on those decisions that you made, it's time for you to get help. Because if you are just sitting here thinking, I wish, I should have, I hope, maybe if I did things differently, you're wasting time, because it's already happened. The past is the past. But I want to make sure that you are making proper decisions going forward, so that way you don't even have to think about regrets going forward. Simple as that. And I'm here to help you do that. If you're struggling with this, message me. Go to my website, Colabcoach.com. Sign up for that free coaching session, free 15-minute coaching session, so we can determine if we're a good fit for each other. Also, fill out that free relationship checklist to determine what exactly you need to talk about. If it's about regrets, let's talk about it. Facebook Colabcoaching, Instagram Colabcoaching. All my series of my videos are on YouTube, COLAB Coaching. Write a comment. Tell me exactly what you thought. If you're going through this situation, write a comment. If you have some ideas about more things for me to talk about, write a comment. And finally, Fresh Eyes Solve Problems Easier, the Self-Love Relationship Project. This is my very own book. It's available at Barnes & Nobles, Amazon, Dorrance Publishing. It's an audiobook as well. It's on Kindle as an ebook. Wherever you listen to books, you could listen to it. Write a review. Tell me what you thought about it. If you liked it, great. If you didn't, great. Write a review regardless. And if you are struggling with making proper decisions, if you're struggling with making proper decisions and not having regrets, let's talk. Share this with anyone that's struggling with this as well. Thank you so much for listening, watching this video, and have a wonderful day. Be safe out there. Bye.